Everyone, this is Lady T with your Sagittarius Magical Attraction reading for April 2023. I wasn't able to post anymore over the weekend, so I'm just getting back into it now. So if you don't see me post for a couple of days, I haven't forgotten about y'all. It's just I'm juggling a lot of things between work and school right now, so I'll do the best that I can. But I want to say thank you for your love, your share, your support, your comments, your likes, your shares, anything you do whatsoever to support the channel. And again, I'm just hoping that the readings I put out help you in some kind of way, because that's really the goal. Now let's go ahead and get into your energy, Sagittarius. Center energy, Queen of Coins, feeling pretty stable, pretty confident, pretty okay financially. Just living life, right? Clarifiers, though, Five of Cups in the challenge position. So perhaps trying to come out of some regret, or coming out of emotions that are sad or something like that. After getting, perhaps some epiphanies to move forward quickly with something, a message of some sort, or perhaps cutting out some things with the Knight of Swords here. But usually, Knight of Swords is more of somebody maybe rushing towards you, or you wanting to rush towards someone else. After going within with the Hermit card here. So very interesting that all three of these came out in the challenge position, which tells me these may be things you're trying to do, but have not been successful. Maybe these are in the future that you're going to be doing it, because time is fluid. But we'll see. Let's get into some other parts of your reading first. We got the King of Cups crowning you, and you have lots of different kind of personalities in your reading. So that tells me either there's multiple people, or you're embodying different personalities at different times, to help you through this. Now, I thought it was interesting. King of Cups was clarified by the King of Cups in the challenge position, and then the Seven of Cups, which maybe the King of Cups, is maybe he's being challenged by another King of Cups. I mean, this is really strange reading. And then we've got the Seven of Cups. It's usually about options. So maybe the King of Cups here, this one that is up, it has many options. And this other King of Cups is trying to come in, and perhaps maybe challenge the position. Or I don't know how to read that. That's just so weird. That the King of Cups is challenged by another King of Cups. So maybe this person, if it's not you, or maybe if it is you, you are feeling challenged with stepping into this energy, of not wearing your heart on your sleeve, of being very loving, but being very careful of who you give your heart to, is usually how the King of Cups is displayed. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Sagittarius, I don't know what you got going on, but it's very interesting. Undermining energy, we have the Queen of Wands, usually very passionate, creative individual, who's healing from something, recovering, perhaps illness, or perhaps, just healing in general. Gone through some things, needs to take a time out, rest kind of thing. Because maybe they've been working too hard, and that's why the Eight of Pentacles was in the challenge position. So there could be somebody here who doesn't have, their health needs to be the priority right now. And then we have, for what led up to this, is the Nine of Coins. Somebody who's pretty independent, stable kind of thing, living life, doing well financially. And then the Ace of Cups. So maybe this, even though you're independent and doing well, there's going to perhaps be a new offer of love coming in for you. And then we have the Seven of Cups as your outcome, which is lots of options, right? Seven of Cups could be illusions too, but I don't believe so. I'm not getting that energy off of that. But we did have some challenge cards here. We had the Ten of Cups as a challenge. We had the Chariot as a challenge. So maybe there's some delay in the Ten of Cups here. That's what I'm getting. Ten of Cups, delay. Ten of Cups. Maybe these options are delaying your happiness. And that's why it's being delayed with that challenge position. But we do have the Lovers, so this is again a choice. Also a choice within you to come within to balance yourself out, and to love yourself completely. Perhaps maybe needing to work with others, get some assistance on this, or cut out situations too, because sometimes the Three of Pentacles means a third party too. So lots of got a lot going on, Sagittarius. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's go ahead and see if we can get anything else from your other messages. So here we have your belief in your own magic, and we've got expectations. So maybe perhaps you know your expectations need to be whatever they're going to be. But remember, usually when we set expectations and we try to hold other people to them, somehow people are human. They disappoint us. So be careful with expectations. Make sure that they're realistic for one, and make sure that you know what you're expecting and why. What is the intention? Why do you need expectations? I guess that's what I'm asking. So don't seek anyone's approval is the message here. So if you're wanting to do something because you did have the Knight of Swords, right? Rushing forward, right? If you're wanting to do something, this isn't something you need to get anybody's approval on. This is something you need to go forth and do what you will with, because this is about your choice. Next, we have Castle. It's time for healing, not war. So again, we have the Four of Swords over here, which is the healing card. So perhaps really, really changing how you're approaching something is what I'm getting here. Really, really not fighting things, not wanting to fight, but really just really heal whatever this is. You've got three here, you've got three here. So 1 and 2 is 3, which is number 12, which is 3. 3 and 0 is 3. And then you have the master number 22, which is 4, which is about stability. Now we've got library. Take control of your own narrative. So to me, this is about take control of your own thoughts, emotions, the story you're telling yourself in the situation. Really, really grabbing a hold of yourself at this time, and sort of, like doing a personal shake here, like get it together kind of thing, right? Next, we have your pure magic oracle cards. We'll go ahead and read these because I don't know them like that. Since I started doing this series of the readings, I do know them a little bit more, but not totally. So we'll go ahead and read the messages because I think they're interesting anyway. Forgive my dog Twilight, who's barking her head off because there's poor children outside playing like they should be on beautiful days like today. So we have herbal craft, regeneration, plant medicine, caretaker, bloomer. Healing like magical aptitude is accomplished in a step-by-step increments. Who better to teach us about healing and regeneration than the plant kingdom? A bouquet of roses is not the same as any old bouquet of flowers, as roses indicate love, romance, and desire. How do we increase the power? By number. Whether you receive 5, 7, or 8 roses may be immaterial, but make the number a dozen and a powerful message is sent. In the study of botany, flowers are the sexual organs of the plant. So symbolically, they represent a drive and passion for living of nature and spiritual essence, rooted in the spark of life. Not everybody has a green thumb, but all of us need nature in order to breathe and thrive. We are caretakers of the natural land. And here I am. I'm supposed to be holding up this card for you, so I sincerely apologize. Not everybody has a green thumb, but all of us do need nature in order to breathe and thrive. We are caretakers of the natural land and have a duty to water the seeds of life's passions. You are the caretaker, the seed, the stem, the leaves, and petals. By blooming in your unique form to the world, you are showing another that they too can be beautiful despite the surroundings. So maybe you are lighting the way for another. As you go through your healing, as you go through your changing and acceptance, and not needing other people's approval, you're going to be the light for someone else to do the same. Now we have snakeskin next, which is number 20, which is a 2, and that was a 7. Information, secrets, body language, senses. The snake is the animal most associated with the earth's wisdom, as its natural state. As in its natural state, the entire body is in constant connection with the earth. Many ancient traditions believed that snakes could transmit Earth's secrets and knowledge to people should they choose. The ancient Romans, hold on here. Yeah, there we go. That's a little bit better. And that's the fun of getting older. Your eyesight changes. Okay. Romans consider snakes to be particular allies of human women, healing and empowering them and encouraging proper functioning of both body and psychic aptitude. Because of the snake periodically sheds its skin, it is associated with rebirth and rejuvenation. The power of snakes is particularly multifaceted. They are believed to be the official repository and guardians of Earth's secrets. In addition to magic lessons, snakes can assist you with all matters regarding health, fertility, knowledge, and wealth. Snakes can also be approached as a research tool and resource whenever you need to learn something. They are the animal equivalent of a white candle. If you don't know which animal to address, you can always approach the snakes. Snakes have an independent presence. Ultimately, their loyalty is to Earth, not to humans. A snake is never tame, even though it may live among us. They rarely volunteer their wisdom unlike ravens, which on occasion demonstrate a protective and parental attitude towards humans. If you need information from snakes, assume you will have to initiate contact. Shed snake skins, like crow feathers, are believed to be powerful and precious magical implements. The catch is that they must be given freely. If you find one, consider it a gift, even an acknowledgement that that you've mastered a level of magical knowledge and skill. Pure wisdom, you are wrapped in the conditions of society, and the snake approaches you to question which of these conditions no longer serve you. Are you tame among the crowd, or are you comfortable to stand outside the pack? Approach new ventures with steady confidence and be ready to strike your creative power at the right opportunity. Show your love and care with courage, and the snakes will reward your boldness with fortune. Now is not the time to worry about what you hear. Body language reveals more about how truly we care for one another than words ever could. The language of love is not just in words, but in kindness shown with action. So there's something about you showing love and giving love, and really, really paying attention to how you're doing that is what I'm getting. Next, we have the Burning Man, which is a 26, so that's 8. So you have 2, 7, 8, 2 threes, and a 4. An effigy of massive proportions, the Wicker Man represents the grandeur of gods above as a literal way of creating a magical vessel to facilitate a closer connection to the chosen deity. In some traditions, he represents the king of harvest during the specific season. At other ritual times, he represents a way for offerings to be grouped together in collective power with a community or coven. Constructing the Wicker Man is as a vessel of grand devotion takes an enormous amount of time, preparation, labor, and skill. It could never be completed by one alone. When Druids first recorded by the Romans, they were revered as chiefs and priests of divinity, respected and admired for their devotion and way of life. But later, they were cast as savages, their spiritual practices warped and spun as barbaric acts, deemed immoral in the high society of social norms at the time. Contrary to popular belief, the burning wicker man is an effigy used simply as a means to converse more closely with the divine as a collective. The greater the wicker, and the closer the devoted are, the further the prayer could travel to reach the gods. In today's neo pagan practices, a good wicker man is often used as a vessel for symbolic offerings and can still be seen during the annual festivals in Scotland, America, and the United Kingdom. The pure wisdom message. Can you feel the energy rising? The time now is for celebration, and you must not forgo the moment of experience with your community. Take 3 cups and celebrate your wins, however small or large they be. Some small pieces of magic or prayer can be enough as a remedy, but at other times, larger vessels will be needed to push through the higher barrier. This is a call for you to go grandly in your magic and expand its workings with another. 2 energies are better than one after all. So, this is about perhaps joining forces with someone. You did have the Three of Pentacles here, too. So, maybe working together with others is going to bring about some manifestations that you have. Now we have the 6. So you have the 4, the 8, the 2, the 3, and now we have the 6. So let's see what we have. Hecate's path. Queen of the Witches, matron of midwives, herbalist and psychopomp. Hecate maintains office hours only at night. Formal petitions and invitations must be offered after dark. A particularly ancient spirit, the only source of illumination she favors is fire. Goddess of the moon, spirits, and necromancy, Hecate's powers govern over heaven, earth, and sea, and she embodies the forms of maiden, mother, and crone. She can grant you enhanced psychic powers, fertility, romance, protection, and all forms of magic from the old kingdoms to the new. The Queen of Night reminds us of our capability of being both good and evil and teaches us the importance of change, aiding us to release the past and step into new lands and experiences. Like her cousin Artemis, Hecate is a fierce protector of women, especially women with children. She stands at her place at she stands her pla- at her place at the crossroads as she guards the frontiers between the realms of the living and the dead, and various planes perceptive only with psychic vision. For this, she is the first escort to contact for journeying into the underworld. Your pure wisdom message. You are asked to let go of what is familiar, safe, and comfortable in order to break the stagnant wheel and discover new opportunities that lie waiting ahead. What is dead is gone, and a new path must begin to its process in order to continue the cycle again: birth, death, and rebirth. You are guided to delve deep into your spiritual path and remember the soul truths hidden inside your cosmic makeup, and to aid recovery of those soul truths you have hidden from others. It is time to transform from the old self and walk your truth for yourself and for your legacy. So this, takes me right back to this first message here, and even both of these about letting things go, telling your stuff and rewriting your story is what I'm getting here now with the, take control of your own narrative, letting go of what needs to be let go of, because you do have the Queen of Swords here. So that's cutting out things that no longer serve you. Typically, Queen of Swords doesn't play. She's got her sword up and she's ready to cut out anything that she has to. Okay, so let's go ahead. We've got Djinn here, and then here's the 4. So you've got 6, 8, 7. You've got 4 here. You are missing the 5 though, which is change. So it's interesting that you've got everything here but a 5. Very interesting. Okay. And maybe that's the challenge for you, is allowing this change to happen and occur as it needs to. Let's go ahead and we'll read the Earth Mother card next. Well, actually, we'll read the Djinn first because that's first. Okay. Okay, so it says, creatures of Arabic roots, the Djinn are spirits made of air and fire whose existence has been intrinsically woven in with other pagan beliefs throughout history. Neither innately good or evil, the lines between demons and Jinn are often blurred, embedding their embedding their enigmatic image even further. They are said to have existed before the arrival of human beings and are blessed with free will and the understanding of good and evil. Described in ancient magical grimoires, the jinn are called upon in ritual and ceremony for their powers and magical service. It is believed that the jinn were the ones who first taught sorcery to humankind. Found along limited places, found along liminal places. They take residency in the ranges of deserts, ruins, and wilderness. Jinn are invisible spirits but can manifest into any form of being, whether animal, insect, or human. Powerful, destructive, protective, and untamed. We can learn from the spirits of the jinn by understanding how to master the heart we carry. It is the emotion and empathy we can discharge into the world that allows us to be better. Do you correct yourself when casting mental stones of judgment, or are you blissfully naive about the pain that comes from those thoughts? Do you choose to be better and move beyond the wall of knives, or do you stay in the crowded room of ego, cutting everyone at every turn? The Jinn teaches us about the fragility of mind and spirit, that our first judgments are but the reactions taught by society, and it's the second thought that determines how we carry ourselves in the world. When you cross the line of positivity or negativity, you are responsible for your conscious action. You cannot place blame on another for the choices you make. Be mindful of your next steps and consider the effects of the love or fear you are emitting. So, I want to say there's a couple of things coming through with this. This is about projection of your emotions on others. This is about holding yourself responsible for, and accountable for any of the choices you make and what you do with your energy, whether that's projecting on others, whether that's judging other people, living from the ego. Draws me right back to the Queen of Swords here about cutting out that kind of behavior also is coming through. Now, the last one here we have our Earth Mother. Okay. In addition to a specific human mother, we all share a common mother. Earth, our planet, is the ultimate mother. Just as your child is separated from the human mother, we have camouflaged our Earth Mother with concrete and fences. However, just as the weeds continually break through the concrete, so Earth continues to reach for us in the manner of the good mother who never stops trying to reunite with her missing children. The Earth Mother is the battery, the generator, providing stability, security, and a grounding influence and the capacity for growth. Avoiding Earth depletes our energy, as Earth is a cleansing force that revitalizes and purifies. Earth comes in an endless palette of colors, from pure black to red to pink to yellow to pure white. However, Earth most typically appears in some variation of brown, as does the skin, bark, and fur. Brown heals, nurtures, and empowers, and is the color of the creative potential. Surround yourself with brown energy to preserve and reinforce your personal power in the midst of long, draining projects. Allow Earth to replenish and recharge your psychic skills. The best way to add to your energy is to go outside. As you attune your body to the Earth's rhythms, your personal psychic energy will be liberated to surge and soar. If your pure magic involves a dialogue between you and the Earth, the most obvious question is, how do we speak to her? How do we make ourselves heard? How do we receive our answers? The Earth Mother calls you to strip away all forms of electronic technology and submerge yourself into the depths of nature, the woods, hushed lands, ocean, mountains, or plains. We have pulled away from the mother for far too long, and she is calling us home. Rest your body along her skin and allow the pulse of her love to wrap you in a soothing embrace. It is time to release all earthly worries in this moment and remember your divine place in nature. Time is calling for pause, reflection, and your surrender to its grace. Remember that we are caretakers of the old land and we must fight to protect her from toxic waste. Pure wisdom, harming none, includes not harming yourself. No matter what kind of human mother you may have had, your Earth Mother wants you to fulfill your potential and be healthy, comfortable, and happy, and a source of pride to her in all your relations. Like the layers of the soul and dirt that govern the earth below our feet, so too do we hold layers of our being, all equal and important to the bigger picture of who we are. I just get the message here about embracing everything about yourself, total acceptance, radical acceptance, whatever you want to call it, light and dark. Because we all struggle with accepting those parts of us that we don't like, whatever they may be. And so the more we struggle with that, it's like we divorce ourselves from a part of ourselves that has happened to us to shape us to who we are right now. So I'm really really getting to tell you to really embrace all of you. Get into nature, uh, allow the healing, right? The four swords here. Allow the healing to your spirit, to your energy, to you, your vitality. Is what I'm getting here from working so hard and needing to take a rest and heal, and stop working so hard. You know what I'm saying? Take this break. It's needed. Okay, let's go ahead and close out with your super attractive messages. I'm just going to take these from the back because that's how they came out. So the first one we have here is manifesting is the creative process of aligning with the energy of the universe to co-create an experience that elevates my spirit and the spirit of the world. So this is about understanding manifestation and how, if we are whatever frame of mind we are in, we are all manifesting at this time. So we have to become aware of what we are putting out there. We also have to become aware of where we are so that when we are putting things out there, they are aligned to really what we want and not what we don't want. So let's go ahead and see what we have next. My ability to receive is measured by how much I practice good feeling thoughts. And that takes me right back to this message here about, take control of your own narrative. This is about your thinking, your thoughts about yourself, how you feel about yourself. What are you projecting outwardly? What are you manifesting that you might not even be aware that you're manifesting? And really, really taking some strong hold on that, to manifest really what you desire. And now we have believing in spiritual guidance gives me certainty and the freedom of deep dreaming, even when I can't yet see the result. So this is about the trust and faith and confidence that the manifestations that are your highest good, once you align to that energy, are going to come through, whether you see them coming or not, because you're in an unknown space right now, and going into this new opportunity. You've got this Ace of Cups, this new opportunity, either in love, to love on yourself some more kind of thing, right? Fall in love with yourself, right? So that you can draw the things to you that you hope for in your deepest self, your higher self, right? Now we can go ahead and move on to the universe is always conspiring to support me, guide me, and lead me compassionately toward my highest good. And so you've got your spiritual team, excuse me, all around you to assist you, as you are going through, and understanding that you are in a period of change, and that change is coming for all of us. So either we can embrace it or we can fight it, but it's going to happen. We've got directing my focus onto what's thriving creates more of what I want. Again, changing your focus, becoming very, very focused. What do you want? What do you want drawn to you is really what it boils down to. What do you want from this world? What do you have to give this world is another aspect of that. Now we have, when I live and act from a place of spiritual alignment, I can trust that everything is working out for me, even if I don't know when or how it will happen. Two messages here about trust in your alignment, trust in your spiritual connection, trust in your in spirit to bring you only those things of your highest good. But again, it all boils down to that alignment. You have to believe it in order to receive it. You have to be aligned to your highest good, your highest vibration, if you want those higher things to come in. If you're asking for the beautiful things in life, but yet you don't feel like you deserve them, you don't feel like you can change your thinking, you can, turn that around, you're going to have some delays with that, until you work on that and get that done. I believe I'm worthy of feeling good. So again, really, really going through a transformational process in your mind with your thinking, the story you're telling yourself, all of that. Now we've got true manifesting is about receiving what is of the highest good for all. So even though you have manifestations out there, remember, if you are manifesting in the situation involves other people, only what is good for the entirety of the group is going to be what's brought in, not just you yourself, right? Okay. Now, last one, as soon as I choose to see the light in the dark corners, I redirect my power toward what I want. So this is about awareness. Again, this brings me right back to what we were talking about earlier about, we all have darkness within us. We all need to work on the shadow. We all need to accept the light and dark within us, the shadow sides of us. And then once we do that and we become aware of that and we accept that, that changes the whole game. That changes our thinking. That changes how we feel about ourselves. We learn how to love on ourselves. And so, therefore, because we love ourselves, we can draw those things to us that we desire because now we're in a state to actually do that. Okay, Sagittarius, I do hope this helps you. Much love and light, Lady T.